So check this article out. Italy passes a law to send unsold food to charities instead of dumpsters. Italy joins the growing list of countries looking to end food waste. Now, if you didn't see me tweet this ahead of time and you're just seeing it now, you may notice a little something. You may notice that this article is from 2016. Ron, why are you bringing up something from 2016? Did you forget what year it was? You've had a few days off of the stream because you were traveling for the holidays. Are you that rusty that your filter's off and you're sharing articles from 2016? Well, no. There's actually a reason we're talking about this today. So hold that thought. Let's just kind of go through and set this up first. Then I'm going to bring up why we're bringing it up today. All right, Italy is introducing a series of incentives to end food waste. Instead of throwing away leftover food, Italy wants businesses that sell food to donate to unsold to charities rather than throw it away. The environmental, economic, and moral benefits are so clear that the bill received broad support across all political parties and is speeding through the approval process. The next step will be getting businesses to comply, providing some sort of nudge to change the current model of careless waste. Other countries such as France are nudging businesses in the form of a steep fine. Italy is taking a different approach. Instead of imposing penalties, the country will give garbage collection tax breaks to businesses that take part in the initiative. All food donated by businesses has to be recorded so the tax break will be easy to implement. Currently, the country spends more than $13 billion US dollars on waste management. Okay. All right. So this happened in 2016. Why am I bringing it up now? Hopefully it's working out for Italy. Hopefully it's going good. Well, because there's somebody that's addressing this in the United States now. And somebody brought this up as part of their platform. And Truth to Tweet shares this with me, which Truth to Tweet, thank you for sharing this with me. By the way, False to Tweet, never share stuff on this show. I don't know why that is. False to Tweet, they never even try to trick me with some fake news. No, False to Tweet, never. So here's what's going on here. Russ, a guy named Russ, and what is Russ's last name? I wish I knew Russ's. Well, we'll find it out in a second. Russ is calling for this as part of his platform, and Russ is running for Congress in New Jersey's 6th District, which, Russ, thank you for bringing up our food economy. This is something that politicians do not talk about often. This is something that often goes under the radar. Bernie Sanders has been talking about farming. And you know what? I'll give credit where credit is due. You know who else had a couple good things to say about farming? I disagree with the guy on a lot of things, but he had some good things to say about farming. Pete Buttigieg. Pete Buttigieg actually had some good things to say about farming. There are very few times where I'm agreeing with anything Pete Buttigieg has said. But in one of the recent debates, he was talking about farming. I mentioned it when it happened. I even tweeted about it. He had some good things to say about farming. We need to act local with farming. We need to invest in our farms around the country. We need to invest, and this is something you can do locally. We need to really invigorate crop shares and stuff like that because factory farming is a disaster for the environment. It's a disaster for the environment. It's also morally repulsive, and we need to end it. And we need to totally reassess the way we go about farming. And we also need to totally reassess the way, getting back to this topic, the way we go about food. There should be a 0% poverty level in the United States. We waste so much food in this country every day. And you can read the studies that have been done on this. There was that professor out of Berkeley who did that experiment where he spent no money on food and just dumpster dove. And he showed this is all the food that we waste every single day. So Russ wants to propose a bill like this. Now let's learn a little bit more about Russ. I.e. his last name. Russ, what is your name, bro? Oh, here we go. Cirincione. Russ Cirincione. So Russ sounds like, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say Russ is an Italian-American, much like myself. And here's what he has to say. Cirincione, he's a dad, husband, and public servant, a progressive Dem for New Jersey 6, 100% for the people. And here's some of his platform: Medicare for all, Green New Deal, money out of politics, Humanist Report, independent news, bringing the content we need for democracy. Gee, Russ, I like Mikey too. I like Mikey Figueredo. We're buddies. We're both big net neutrality enthusiasts. But why just him? Why is he the only one, Russ? What's going on there? Is it because he's Italian-American and so are you? Well, I'm also Italian-American. And so is Pasta Jardula over on the Convo Couch. Why aren't you including us as well, Russ? And why are you limiting it to Italian-Americans? Russ only likes content from Italian-Americans. By the way, I'm totally just kidding if anyone here is actually taking this seriously. But Russ, one of the only people running for Congress that I know about that's actually having some plans to address our food culture in the United States. I applaud that, Russ, and you have an open invitation to this show. If you're willing to go on shows that aren't the Humanist Report, Russ, maybe you aren't. Maybe you have an exclusive deal with Mikey Figueredo, which, you know, I love Mikey. I don't know why only Mikey gets a shout out, Russ. I don't know why that is, but you're invited on this show as well. Anytime. Should you decide that you can break your exclusive contract that I'm sure doesn't actually exist with the Humanist Report, you're invited on this show, Russ, and I applaud you for calling out the food culture in the United States, having a plan for it. I don't see that a lot from candidates, so shout out to you for doing that and giving a nod to Italia, which I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that is the sunny peninsula that both of our ancestors came from. Watch him get in touch with me and be like, bro, dude, I'm Polish. I don't know what, or I'm French, whatever. You know, I'm just having a laugh here. Anyway, truth to tweet. Thank you for sharing that. That was a kind of uplifting story and giving a plug to to a progressive running for office. And hopefully we'll get to talk to him more about it on the show. We'll see there. Hopefully he reaches out. Usually the candidates that I have are by request from you guys. You guys request candidates, I reach out, or they reach out to me. It's usually how we do candidates on this show. Get your news on with Ron. Don't you want to know what's going on? We're getting our news on today. Get your news on with Ron. Don't you want to know what's going on? We're getting our news on today. An article at Ron Placone. We'll go through it together and make it our own. Get your